Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our little show called Unwind TV here at Galway's Forge Studios. Last time we were joined by a band, Dot, and they were absolutely wonderful. Tonight we had a slight change of plans, but you are going to love this musician. He's absolutely wonderful, and you're in for an emotional experience. So let me introduce you to Padraig and his first song called Ihe Gal.
Ihe gal Malai Salabo Ihe gal Imring Lodge Fear Cholas Rochi Car Gemocht Wems in the air Agus treish me chushach Vitha mi wem Hjul me na bori Fod na balche Horta me na rajini Na loshtin is brew Chora me fwy ester mwyn cher na hatcher Agus treis me hwsioch Fydd mi wem Is lor na milche A hastel mwyd gajisha Is minnig vi en birchen Chakayan Fis kinche gemel Moes lechele chuihe Ach en is eken Fitu erkis Jochlo menjo Even ik wie skana Ruig it jiwo Fosig tolamu Lora veis me bossi Smuskeel so kriechni Mali bon the story Taras Karmeshis Eri Egan Emalai Salabo Eri Egan Imring Lodge Fear Holis Rochi Car Is tatu imi ra Chachomairum vebos Achanis tatu imi ra Chachomairum vebos
That was a spiritual experience. Thank you. Come sit with me. We'll have a little chat. Welcome, Padraig.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Not at all.
To people that don't speak Irish, can you give a little context as to what that was about?
Yeah, so that was that's my Irish translation of an old, I think it's an old kind of gypsy song that was sung by a man called from County Clare called Sean Tyrrell, I thought, but the English version, but when I contacted him, what he said wasn't him, and he thought it was a man named Liam Weldon, who was a song collector from Dublin, and apparently, and he didn't think that he had actually written it either. He had collected it, so it was just an old folk song. So that was it, and I just knew it from hearing my dad sing it at home and stuff. So.
Yeah, and what do the lyrics mean?
So it's broadly about kind of long lost love. It's like Ihigal. Well, Ihigal means moonlit night. It's the name of it. Even though One Starry Night is the name of the English version, but it's kind of a long lost love. It's like I lay dreaming and I woke up and you were gone, and then he spins the next verses, searching for that person.
And how do you find singing in Irish? What are like the nuanced differences between the languages?
It's funny. I don't know. I think about it a lot, and I think if a song like I love singing in Irish. I like it, and I like to sing in my own kind of accent or whatever, which is the Aran kind of accent, which is similar to Connemara. If the English and Irish version are both equally good, I tend to prefer the Irish one. I think the language has this kind of inherent something, I don't know what it is in it, magic or something, I don't know, that in the words, just particularly for soulful songs, that helps it, let's bring that out, so I think that.
How do you find it translating? Because I imagine that some words don't exist. And
yeah, that's true. That can be a challenge, or it can also be an opportunity, I suppose. Yeah. I guess I don't know. I love it. I love doing it. It's even translating a song is kind of it's an artistic, creative thing in itself. I mean, I like writing songs in both languages, and I've written songs in English first and translated to Irish, and vice versa. So I think looking for the words and the sayings and stuff. I think I find that enjoyable. Trying to use phrases that we use at home. Even though I get a little bit of some people who have who have better Irish than me would be like, that's not proper Irish. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Instead if it's colloquial or whatever, So yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoy the whole process. Yeah.
Cool. And tell me a little bit about yourself for people that might be new to your music. So, both about your artistry and yourself as a person.
So yeah, I'm from the Aran Islands, in Ishmore, and I play music. I studied computer science for a while there. Yeah, that's me, I guess. Good. Yeah, I don't know, that's summary.
And what have you got coming up in the next year, and where can we find you the most?
So I'm excited. I have an album. I was recording an album for the last year or so, and writing and recording, and that's kind of almost done now. So I'm releasing that this summer. I don't know when exactly, what dates or whatever, but it'll be hopefully this summer. I've been saying that because I've been saying it for years. I'll be recording an album this year, and I've been saying that for a while, but hopefully this year now, yeah. So I hope to tour a bit with that and see how it goes, I'm very happy with how it's sounding and stuff, So yeah.
And if people want to see you perform, where are your upcoming gigs?
So upcoming, I've announced. I've one in Whelan's actually on Sunday the 14th. I'm supporting a band up there in Whelan's. That's the only one I think I'll have announced. But I hope to have a few in Galway in the summer, and Galway, Dublin, Cork, Limerick, hopefully, and maybe in London I think as well. So it's a couple of things there. But yeah, so. I'll be around. But all info on Instagram and Facebook and my website, padraig.com, all that stuff,
Yeah.
The usual places,
Super. And tell us about the next song that you're going to do.
So the next song is a song called One Way Ticket Time. It was the first single I released a year and a half ago, or a while ago, and I'm going to do the English version of it because I've been singing it a lot in Irish, and it's a song about one way ticket. It's about how just time is moving one way. We're all here for a certain period of time, a relatively short period, and just try and make the most of it. And if you're feeling fed up or whatever about things, maybe try and change it if you can, and try and enjoy it. I guess I think that's what was in my head when I wrote it anyway. So
beautiful.
Something like that, yeah. So
can't wait.
Yeah,
go for it.
all right. all the dreams you had, and all the books you've read, excited for where you wanted to go, and all the goals you feel, you turn to something real, and all the people you wanted to show. All day long you're dreaming, things are fine, until you stop to wonder, one-way ticket time. Get in line, this isn't where you wanted to be. Things will never change unless you rearrange the way you choose what things to know. You settle for something less, perpetually digress, 'cause you look around and that's all you're shown. All day long you're dreaming, things are fine, until you stop to wonder, before you know it's evening, you're wasting time. It's too late now, you've wasted all your life, one-way ticket time. Get in line, this isn't where you wanted to be. Your feet stuck in the sand, you needed a hand to prop you up, guide you, help you see. Descending down through the clouds, seeing progress of others, that you existed here long before you inherited others. Oh, do 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 do. All day long you're dreaming, things are fine. It's too late now, you wasted all your life, one-way ticket time. Get in line, this isn't where you wanted to be. Your feet stuck in the sand, you needed a hand to prop you up, guide you, help you see. Do 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 do.
Love that last touch. Come sit with
Thank
me
you.
again. It's actually a huge difference.
Yeah, yeah.
They're both unique in their own ways. I love
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I guess maybe, yeah. So, yeah.
What would you say was your most emotional musical experience in your life?
Don't know.
You can think about it like in terms of performing or in terms of experiencing music as well.
I suppose it's probably listening to some music, I'd say, as opposed to what I'm doing. I don't know, I don't get too, thankfully so far, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't get too nervous when I'm performing.
That's
Once
great.
or twice I have, when I think the first time I played a gig where people had come in to hear my gig, maybe, or even paid in, I think that's the first time I did actually think, oh wait, whereas normally I'm just trying to get in front of people to be heard, you know. But generally I'd say it's probably more listening to music. I don't know, maybe certain albums that really like affected me, you know. I don't know, there were like a few different ones. Some of my favourite are like James Taylor, maybe Foy Vance, one of his album a few years ago. James Vincent McMorrow album. I'd imagine something like that. It's hearing some album, I'd say, because you know you can kind of get taken away.
Yeah.
You know, when you hear some album and this
Totally.
really just like captures you. I remember once listening to, I think one of those albums I mentioned. I think I was on the boat coming out from Ireland. I think I remember one evening it was getting dark and we were just half falling asleep listening to it. And I really got So probably something like that, but I can't. Yeah,
I relate to that a lot. There are certain songs that I listen to that you almost feel like there are like strings in your heart and they're being played.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Music has that power, like, you know.
Definitely.
I think, yeah. So yeah, I love when that happens.
And what would you say is the last song on your playlist?
The last song, as in
recently played.
Oh, as in the most recently. Yeah. I think it was. I was actually playing it to a friend of mine last night, on the phone. I was like, "You have to check out the song." It was what are they called? The Magnetic Fields. They're called. They're an American band. It's a song from. I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, it's probably that. I know. That's the last one I was listening to. If I'm honest, yeah. Gonna make it.
And on a more personal note, if somebody wants to make you happy, what can they do for you?
Thinking very recently, this morning I noticed my girlfriend Kira had left a handwritten note, sticky note, and she got me these coconut stick things. She was in Tallinn in Estonia at the weekend visiting her brother, and she put a sticker on them saying to leave them for Padraig. For me, so and that made me very happy. I love coconut. I think coconut flavoured things. So yeah, that.
What are some of your other guilty pleasures?
Chocolate in general, and coconut and garlic food. Garlic. Yeah, I love garlic.
12 cloves of garlic.
They're all food related things, I suppose. I don't know why. Sorry, yeah.
Why not? Food is great.
Yeah. Sorry, they're all food. I don't know. I'm hungry. I think that's why.
That's fair. Food,
we'll go with that. Yeah,
makes everybody content.
Yeah.
I won't argue with that.
Yeah.
What's the next song you're going to play for us?
So I'm going to sing. I'm going to actually have to tune down my guitar for it. It's Can't Find My Way Home. In English, it's called, and Evastus Savientus is the Irish version. I actually still don't know which version I'm going to do. It's a song I wrote about a fishing trawler that was lost at sea. It was over 10 years ago in Rossaveel, near Rossaveel, where the boat would leave Tarn. And there was a guy from Marin. The captain of the boat was from Marin, from the Aran Islands. But they were moving the boat, and a storm came in, and they got caught in the storm, and they drowned. The boat went down. So I wrote the song, but I didn't know them. I didn't know them well. I didn't know them at all, really. But I just wrote a song about that, what it might be like to have been, in the boat or in the wheelhouse, in the middle of that. It's kind of was up against it, So I wrote a song about that, So yeah. So I'll tune you down. That's all right. I can tell it you want. As I'm crawling through this wilderness, I can't feel where I stand. I was cruising down on a one-way street, but I've lost track, I'm blind, and I don't know where I went wrong. But now I'm deserted in no man's land, and I thought that I was so strong. But I'm stuck in limbo on my own again, and I can't find my way home. Can't find it, can't find it. Can't find my way home. Tá me cínte go bheiceim ó éileán amach rúm ach dúisim suas le fáil. Nuair a maitheann tú de ghríomh ag sciorra tá de smacht ar a mád a scaoile tá de chusa ag téim fód. Peidir sábhan na bádarí bach Gabhan bád seo síos an nach Tí a gháréiteach tá muid cáilte Níl an stairim seo ag léig an scí Tá muid jazz cuasa an chósta ag fáil báte lár na hí
That was beautiful. That was so evocative and
Thanks very much.
visceral. Thank you
Actually,
so much.
I forgot the rest, the English verse in the second verse. So I just switched to Irish.
Nobody will know.
So it was a mix of the two. So yeah.
It was beautiful combined.
Thanks very much.
When you're not doing music or performing, where do you dwell the most?
My parents have a small business, a pub in the Iron Islands, so I'd help out there, help them out. And I...
Where's your place of escapism?
I'd say on the island, I'd say. Actually, in winter, particularly, maybe actually when my parents go away, I kind of look after the house and stuff, and I actually love that because I'm there on my own. I like being out there, and I like to try and get away to write songs. So it is music related, I suppose. But yeah, for me, I'm always, whatever I'm doing, I'll always have, be thinking music anyway.
Yeah, it's a part of your fabric.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is now. Yeah. So like last year, I went down to Valentia Island down in Kerry, and I rented an Airbnb, like a cottage there for a few days. It was during that snow. I don't know if you remember the big snow last year.
Of course, I remember in March. Yeah,
Ireland got shut down. Yeah, I went down there on the Wednesday when the snow was coming in actually, and I was racing to get there in case I got stuck on a road, even though it wouldn't have as it turned out. But I was down there for like a week down there, and I loved that. Just being there, it was like a fireplace, and there's no TV. I don't think it was just like there on my own. So yeah, I like that kind of thing, and trips away and stuff. Your usual.
And kind of on that vein, what is your most recent soul moment when you felt like something really touched you and moved you and maybe altered your way of thinking?
Finishing the album was actually a big thing there just recently. I was in London. I remember, felt really good. But I think I think last winter I was writing. I was kind of out in Ireland actually on my own, as I mentioned earlier. But I remember I wrote a few songs and a couple of songs, and I found I was in a certain place in my head, and I think maybe I.
And I guess on a somewhat romantic level, can you describe someone you were or are in love with and why they were beautiful to you?
The woman I'm in love with now, I suppose, she's. I mentioned earlier about her leaving notes about the coconut.
Yeah.
She's just this really happy, lovely person. It's really just.
She's in music as well.
She's a singer actually. Yeah, she started when all her family are musical. Both her parents sing in choirs and stuff, and her brother's studying choir conducting. They're very musical, and she sings as well. Yeah, and plays bit of piano and a few instruments as well.
So
and
music,
stuff, yeah.
you mentioned to me earlier that music is quite prevalent in your life.
In general,
Family,
yeah, it is, and on my family as well. Like we're all a lot of musicians, and actually I sang at a competition there recently, and my sister joined me. It was a song in Irish, and she joined. She's a really good singer as well, and we sang, and it was great singing with her as well. And she I think she enjoyed it as well. So that was great. And my brother sings in the band with me as well, and he's his voice coach. Yeah, we're all.
We're just so blessed in Galway to have all these musicians, and even us here at Unwind TV, we have an unending supply of people on the list who we'd like to talk to.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us.
Not at all. Thanks for asking me. I'm delighted to do it. Yeah, to be here.
Thank you for sharing your art, and thank you to everybody that watched again today. As always, we're always streaming on Facebook and YouTube, so make sure to subscribe to both if you liked what you saw, and share this video with your friends, and join us for the next one where we'll be chatting to amazing apples. And thank you very much to the Forge Studios as always, and to MoonSail Studios who do the filming. And have a great evening everyone, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks' time.